Hey everyone, Ryan Nordahl here, Epic Whitetail Habitat LLC. Today, we're talking hinge cutting. Stick around. And now I have something I can build on. Deer will relate to overhead cover. I think they like it. I think they like to get out from the elements. If it's raining or a heavy snow, I think they like to get out of that as much as possible. You'll notice that in some of these white pines around here where the limbs are cut up, 4 or 5 feet. They're either not cut or they're just, they're either cut or they're just missing. They've fallen off as they've been shaded out, the lower limbs of a white pine. And you'll find beds under there, especially in adverse weather conditions, like a heavy snow or something. So I think they like to relate to an overhead canopy during periods. The goal behind it is to create side cover and separation from other deer that are in here. And the misconception is that it looks like shit, and it does. To the human eye, this looks like crap. I'm not going to deny that. But the deer, turkey, the grouse, the rabbits that utilize this, they don't mind one bit. They love it. It's covered. Now you see I plugged my bed up. Now what do? You go back and you clean it up. Get everything out of there. Okay, it didn't do exactly what we wanted it to do when that cherry tree fell on top of that elm, but that's part of it. That happens. You got to go back in and clean it up. When you get down here at deer level, he's going to be able to move in and out of here really well. We dropped some trees out here because he's going to be laying basically with his back toward these logs here, looking out into the swamp. We access through that swamp to get into a stand over here about 45-50 yards. Now, the idea behind this is he's down in here. You got to look at this from a deer's perspective. That swamp over there is lined with tag alders. So that gives us a screen right there, natural screen coming through that swamp. But now we've enhanced it by hinge cutting this blockade. Plus it's forcing that deer into here. This blockade goes right down to the edge of the thick tag alders. So it forces that deer right through here. He's going to want to bed here. How do I know that he is going to bed here? Number one, we raked it out. Deer are attracted to the smell of fresh dirt. You go out to a farm field that's been freshly dug, plowed over, disced, what have you. You go out there the next day, that I guarantee you're going to find a ton of tracks out in that field. Even though there's no food element there, they're attracted to the smell of fresh dirt. We raked this out, we leveled it out. It's a little bit of a slope, just a slight slope down toward the creek. We don't want any water building up in here. We'll keep an eye on this. We may have to come back this summer and level it out, build it back a little bit more so there's just enough there so the water drains away. That's the whole thing behind it too. We don't want the water building up in here. He'll tell us if it's good or not. This deer has been here his entire life. He doesn't travel far in his summer range. This is where he's gonna bed. We're gonna nail him over in this kill plot over here about 50 yards away. We've got to stand right through here. So like I said in the beginning of this video, hinge cutting, dropping trees, we're face cutting, or I shouldn't say face cutting, flush cutting. It all looks like shit. It does, to you and I. Like I said before, the deer, the turkeys, the rabbits, the grouse, they don't care. I'm not going through and whacking down the whole frickin' property here. I mean, pardon my language, but I'm going to tell it like it is, and if you don't like it, so be it. But the idea is, open up that canopy. Look at the hole in there. The sun that's getting in here now, it needs sunlight in here. This is 24 years of regeneration. You can see what 24 years of regeneration looks like. I can see all the way out to the field. You think a deer, if we're walking along that edge, can't see us? Or I'm gonna wait another 30, 40 years to get a cutting out of here? That'll put me at almost 90 years old. 80 to 90. Ain't no way. I'm creating cover now. We're gonna get a lot of new forbs and hardwood regeneration here. Sprouts off the stumps, new shoots coming off the hinge cuts. Well, what happens when the sprouts on those hinge cuts gets way up out of whack? Come in here and we cut them again. It's maintenance. Nothing that we do for deer is one and done. You do it one time and you're done forever. Nothing is that way. Everything we do for deer habitat, whether it's this, whether we did a complete logging, it all takes management year after year, going back in, making it so deer can maneuver in and out. I've seen properties before where they took the whole property basically and clear cut it, and then the neighbors are shooting all our deer. What was the thing, the missing link? Number one, it was way too thick. Deer couldn't penetrate it. There was no edge except for the perimeter of the property. There was no trails going in. There was no bedding pockets cleared out in that. Everything we do for deer takes thought and management year after year. We can't be lazy about this. Well, if I do all this work, I'm gonna hate, I'm gonna hate deer hunting. So be it. I love this. Yeah, I could die doing this, but I would rather die doing what I love than sitting behind a desk at a frickin' office job or whatever, factory, whatever. That's a harsh thing to say when you got little kids. Yes and no. And the reason no is because I never want my kids to live in fear either. Because it's something that's all going to happen to every single one of us. You better be at peace with the Creator, which I am. Doesn't make me better than you. I'm just not afraid to die. I know, like I said before, that this looks like shit. But the deer absolutely love it. The turkeys absolutely love it. The rabbits, the grouse, our numbers have gone up significantly because of this. Like I said, there's no logging on this property going to happen. Not in the rest of my lifetime. I want deer now. What do you want? And what are you willing to do for the rest of your life to get it? That's what it's all about. Well, deer hunting ain't that important to me. Well, okay. It is to me. It is to a lot of my clients around the entire country. But I absolutely love doing this. I've been doing it for over 10 years now. and I get hired to do it. Travel all over the US doing this stuff. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm not saying that at all. But if you want it done and you're hesitant about doing it, you're hesitant about yourself doing the work, guys like me are here. No matter what other habitat managers may say about the practice of hinge cutting, they just don't understand it. I think they take the one and done approach too to things sometimes. This isn't a one and done. I've been in here now, this is my 5th year of doing all of this. Coming back in, doing the detail work, opening things up so deer can penetrate through. But we can make deer bed where we want them to bed. Yeah, deer are going to bed where they want to bed anyway, but we can place them where they want to bed, where we want them to bed. Thanks for joining me, guys. I know I got a little harsh and brash on this, and I am very opinionated on it, but that's just me. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. Going to tell it like it is, call a spade a spade. If you don't like it, so be it. Doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm going to continue to do it whether you like what I'm doing or not. The deer love it. Proof's in the pudding. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Good luck with all your habitat projects this spring. Stay safe. God bless you all. Keep living that dream.